All right, so I guess there's a moon cycle going on. These moon cycles are getting sold. But anyway, some kind of moon clearing, some anything strange going on. It's just weirdness is out there to test people, and some people might get easily triggered, whatever it might be. If you're carrying around a lot of darkness, it's easy to get pulled into it. Of course, if you're a conspiracy theorist, you're having your day. That's all they do is, panic mode. Hit the panic button every 5 seconds. So, and then try to maybe heal from victimhood. Who knows? But either way, so past life trauma and release. I can almost do like the whole channeling on that probably. Probably. We'll see. On that one, and I don't know, I heard something about with the astral. I guess it depends on what you're tapping into astrally. I don't know. There's so much confusion out there. So many spiritual channels have like their own version of alien Jesus. Whatever. Delusion sells very well out there these days. Yeah, it depends on like astral. If you're not delusional, you can probably get something halfway decent there. If you're just freaking out Fruit Loops, you're gonna get Fruit Loops back. It's probably more entertaining that way, actually. Or you can get more, just whatever you need to get. Let's put it that way. And then humanity not ready for UFO contact. Well, we're not seeing a whole lot of action at all. It doesn't mean you won't. Who knows? There's a spirit war always going on. Of course, then you have the magic realms and everything that's going on here. And those that are holding on to their traumas, and I don't know, some people, I guess when they're younger, they get themselves into situations and then they like live their trauma the rest of their lives. I mean, this is sometimes just self-inflicted stuff, self-sabotage. But to have that, like, rule over you the rest of your life. I mean, it's one thing if you have like your family trashing you and, and then you go through school, that's a little bit different with that. But if you go through your own, I don't know, whatever. So you can make everybody happy on that one. But yeah, it's pretty brutal out there, that's for sure. Especially the younger generation, jeez, it's like I don't know what their deal is. So I talk comment private sessions. The scheduler, I think we have it here somewhere. Yeah, outside the shop here. All right, thank you for those. Yeah, just a scaled down version of it. I'm doing the video today because I'm gonna be on the Skeptic Show tomorrow, so for an hour, and so I might as well get this one over with. It's like I'm kind of burned out, but either way, I'll be on the live show tomorrow. I'll put it in the YouTube community, and it should be on Facebook, wherever else it needs to go. So, all right, to go into the past life trauma energies. Get to the spirit realms. We just kind of keep that open, or the astral realms. I don't have trouble. I don't have any problems with the astral realms, but some people are whatever. You gotta do what you gotta do. And yeah, the UFO stuff. We'll just see what kind of alien energies come in for that. So see past life trauma. Feeling angelic energies here. I don't know. I can just keep it open. All right, blessings. Here we go. Greetings. This is the angelic realms, consciousness. It's not just past life trauma. Well, in this incarnation, many are testing themselves, as you can see, especially in their younger years, childhood years. See what we can get away with. Well, some are looking also for pleasure, but also soul exploration. I haven't done that before, so let's try it out. And yeah, some people do invite. Sometimes you invite the wrong people into your energy field, And sometimes it can be a vampire frequency that is very difficult to release. And to do mind control and try to hold you back from your incarnation, because the lower dimensions are doing everything they can to get to everybody, and especially those they feel a threat. So they basically want you to lose your confidence and just pull you into the lower frequencies and give the lower dimensions a reason to exist. It's like they keep devouring souls constantly. Yeah, it's never ending. So for past life traumas, that's a difficult one also. It's like you're just like, that's why you face a certain difficult parents in the current life, or you bring in family or personal relationships into your life, because you have not quite learned the lessons from those connections. Sometimes you wonder, why do we keep running into the same person over and over and they keep doing the same thing? We haven't learned from them, apparently. So you haven't quite cleared out their vampiric frequency. The idea is to clear those timelines in this lifetime and all lifetimes, but you don't always know that. But in this lifetime, the idea is kind of like to clean out your filter, your tank, your energy field, your however you want to word it. Even before you exit here, it's good to do energy refurbishment, is release. And so in your incarnation cycle that you're here for, self-forgiveness is a tough one. You'd be surprised how many are incarnated just guilty from a past life. Just they felt like they let others down, and then they run into that person they let down, or that person that controlled them, and they're still feeling they're in that guilty energy of just they feel like they're even the victims' energies, and they're just still running that cycle over and over again. And be surprised how many children are victims of their own parents. The idea is to heal that victim frequency and to move forward. Not an easy one, because I don't always realize that is what you need to look for your own healing. It's just that it's not to, because some parents are, vicious. They're there to watch you fail. They're not necessarily human either. A lot of them are lower dimensional beings. That's the best parenting out there, isn't there? With the parents that don't care. There's a lot of that out there. They just don't care. And you fail, they just blame you. But they're just there to, because this is their home and want to keep it that way. And if you're there to repair it, to improve it, they don't want that. So, because most of the beings here in the lower frequency are decayed energy beings. They're just totally decayed, like they're like a half a soul, fragment of just a lot of its bitterness, or just trying to, their purpose is just basically to take you down. And yes, it would be nice if the rest of the population would understand this, but the rest of the population is not on a soul level ready to understand it. Too busy trying to survive reality and not realizing any of this. They're going by the program. Well, the idea is to survival, relationships, do all the programming here that's necessary to be a human. And none of that has to do with demonic realms and esoteric frequencies and so on. That's why some of you are coming in like your wizard frequency, wizard timelines to heal the darkness. I mean, usually it's like there's one sorceress or sorcerer assisting humanity, in certain regions. And it's not like a whole bunch of sorcerers. It's usually like one or two or one. And it's the same situation here. So, of course, you might be connected to your alien energies also, but you are connected to some kind of magic of some sort. How you use it's up to you. And the idea is to identify the trickster frequency, that's why they call them tricksters. Well, they're doing everything they can to call themselves positive. They'll slap it on everywhere they can. And of course, humanity is not always that strong enough to see it. But sometimes the manipulation is more, it's for some, it's just like, it's like a comfort zone. Well, because like that manipulator loves me. If they're draining your frequency and stopping your growth, at least you have somebody that loves you. You'd be surprised how many still have, yes, mother and daddy and mother issues, mommy issues. There's a lot of that. And so they join these groups and they get stuck, not realizing it either. Not realizing that's why they join these groups to begin with. It's like, I'm a fatherly frequency, and then they have you. And the same thing can happen with personal relationships at the same time also. Especially if you had a negative interaction with someone that's very controlling in past life, and you're still in that victim frequency, you still need a better mother, father, whoever it is. And then you connect to that same, vampirish energy. So to release this, heal it, sometimes you have to go through the traumas again as in previous lifetimes. Most likely it's different. It's never exactly the same. There's just some kind of, and sometimes it can be a bit more vicious. But it's all a warning. Well, sometimes you're going deeper into your own self just to keep. It's like you maybe didn't learn everything you needed to from that person in previous incarnations, or you just, once again, it's that loving acceptance. It's like how many demonic beings want to be your parents or a lover or whatever it might be. Sometimes they're the friendliest energies out there until you get to know them, and then you're trapped. So something to look into, understand as you go into this new earth or new reality, at least for yourselves. The rest of the world is still holding back. Once again, the soul progress here, many of the souls here are still kind of stuck in the old 1950s programming. And that's for their soul purpose, their soul growth. They're not quite ready to, like I said, connect to esoteric energy. Because then that is not in their reality. It's fictionness. It's not the soul energy, the soul frequency doesn't make any sense. Of course, for some of you, it makes too much sense. So, blessings. Greets you with the Zeta Great Council. Greetings your civilization. To go in some of your past life traumas. As you can see, a lot of souls here just have not learned. They just can't seem to learn after going through lifetimes of just being controlled, manipulated. They still lack their own guidance. Like their guidance system is off. Like they are still looking, for some, yes, exactly, someone to love them, and they fall for the wolf in sheep's clothing, basically. And the wolf is usually the most fatherly, even motherly frequency. Unfortunately, it's the vibe they put out. They're sensing out their victims. So that's another thing. They know how the spirit realms work. So they put the frequency out. I am there for you. I am your love, or whatever it might be. And so it's like a mind control energy. But it's also very comforting, because at first. And when they have you, they practically kind of like they take a hold of your soul, almost like fragment and break it, where it's impossible to leave. That's what they call the traumas. They traumatize you in some way to keep you there. They don't want you to leave. Well, because you're their prize. They can devour you or kill you. No, it's just the way it is. And as the world, some souls need to go through that cycle, unfortunately, or even death, to really figure. Sometimes death just to figure things out for themselves. Yeah, that's extreme, but some truly need that. It's like a thrill ride, and promise with a thrill ride like that. Healing from that is not easy, because then whoever murdered them, they can a lot of times be haunted by that pain for a long time. It all depends on the situation, especially with the predator frequency. As for UFO contact, and obviously your reality is not asking for fourth dimensional connections or even understanding of it. There is some maturity there, but not at a full level yet. Of course, the alien beings that come here doesn't mean they're going to treat humanity well, because some of them will get irritated by society, as they have in the past. So a lot of those aliens are not allowed here. They're not allowed to if they do, it's just your world has not actually activated those timelines yet. Doesn't mean they don't exist. They do. They're just not on. on a global level. And it probably won't be at this time because some of the alien beings, yeah, will get very aggressive here because they have free will too, due to the impatience of humanity and just the dislike of how humanity treats them. Because not everyone's going to be a loving frequency. And you can't intimidate alien beings very easily. It depends on the being. Some grays you don't care. But then again, some grays can easily get manipulated and cause some difficulties here. So like you have a Zeta, for example, you have a Zeta group that's pretty neutral to humanity, but also they can be manipulated by a reptilian frequency, and all of a sudden they're out of their minds, just like a human. And Nordic beings do have issues also. Because some of them have just a strong controlling frequency. Yes, looks, good looks, is easy to manipulate a society that's built on looks. So is humanity ready for any kind? I mean, you're already going through some kind of manipulation already through some of these spiritual groups already. They're already using attractiveness to hoax humanity, and it's working already just on a human level. Think about it on an alien level. So they already have infiltration already. And obviously, humanity is not seeing it. And these are just small groups. Imagine just the world itself. Yeah, the world can be easily taken over, unfortunately. And technically, it is to some level, but you still have control here. It is influenced by negative entities, of course. So they just need the entities here just need an entry point. They just need some kind of guru or somebody that has, yes, good looks, the right charm, like a politician, some way, a loving parent, once again, or a mentor, whatever it is, and then it is put sugar out there to lure you in. It's a trap, basically. As you can see, most society is not ready for can't even handle that. They can't, they're already falling for it, and they're already, lost. It will continue. And imagine humanity on a global scale with that. I mean, the more positive ones can only do so much. Once humans make their decision to be manipulated, there's really no way back until as they go through traumas or somehow break out of the mind control, which is not easy. So as you can see, the low frequencies here. So his idea is a way for the Earth to get to a higher frequency, a more understanding frequency of just the fourth and fifth dimensions, basically more understanding the education of it. When you're basically society is just more, it's like alien energies, spiritual energies are just more understood. That's when it can become more, it's already happening in other dimensions. You just don't see it. You already experience it, as you can see. But as it happens for you to see it, there are timelines for that. And you're just not there yet. But it can happen. Yeah, but it's not going to be all the peacefulness as you think. There will be peaceful beings here, but then others that are, once again, similar type to your gurus here, very entertaining, enticing, and vampirish, and all that. So, like I said, technically, you already have some of this influence already. So, the churches, definitely. There's a lot of Anunnaki entities. Some of the Anunnaki are trying to improve your society due to all the failures. Like some of the priests are actually here to do something good. Then again, you have your bishops, popes, are just there to keep you under control because society is just not ready to figure itself out. And do siphon those energies from humanity. Not all of them do that, but quite a few. The Pope is here to mislead. Well, it's going by the narrative that's been told for thousands of years until humanity is ready to snap out of it. And it's not quite strong enough yet, as you can see. And a lot, even the building structures in the Vatican also have a mind control frequencies connected to it also. So it just keeps the hoax going, at least for now.